Welcome to Foundations TV, everybody. Our guest today is Mr. Girish Mehta. Welcome to Foundations TV.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Girish Mehta is the founder and the executive director of an organization called Indian Circle for Caring. He is also a board of advisors for Seva International, USA, and he's also a member of governing council of Vishwa Hindu Parishad, right? I hope I covered everything.
Yes, you have.
Okay, wonderful. And by background, he's a mechanical engineer and, of course, an MBA. So why don't we dive right into our first question? Tell us something about the organization, Mr. Mehta.
Yes, thank you so very much. Indian Circle for Caring is established with a voluntary mission of helping fellow community members when they or their family members may be going through urgent or emergency situations such as medical care, hospitalization, family crisis, accident, or death of somebody they knew, and the bereavement period thereafter. So our mission is to help community members when they are going through this difficulty, and our volunteers take pleasure and consider it a privilege to serve the community members out of goodness of their heart.
That's a very noble cause, definitely. So what was the, when was this organization started?
Yes, we started in Independence Day 2007, August 15th, but I like to think of it as an Interdependence Day, where community interdependent with each other to support each other.
That's such a lovely concept. So now that leads me into the next question. What was your motivation actually to start something like this?
Gauri, what happens is that in our lives, we have lots of experiences that come our way. Some of those we let it go, some of them make an impact on us. And in my case, two major things came together along with few others. But the things that I want to share with you was the first idea was over the 40 plus years I've been in Boston area, I observed that our lives are busy with personal responsibilities, professional responsibilities, and family obligations. However, if everything is going well, things are fine. But in some situations, things may come our way, emergency or urgent situation that may be hard to handle. And in those cases, an individual and family may be stressed out. So we observed that having some assistance and help in that area would be useful, which is a void in our community in terms of the organizations providing their service. As a result, that was the first thought. And second was, when I came to a point of retirement, I decided to reflect on my life and say, what would be a meaningful thing to do? Turns out that all of us spend time taking care of our own selves, our family, and hopefully our friends. But that is generally turned out to be a small circle of group of people. So in this case, I wanted to, for my sake, to expand that circle and reach the lives and touch the families and people that I can help, and thereby have a fulfillment of having this journey of life have some meaning.
That's absolutely beautiful. Very nice thought. As you said, we all get so busy in our lives and we don't generally think about situations that we may have to encounter. And these kinds of crisis situations and urgent care needs come up without announcing their arrival. They just kind of, knock at your door and they're right there. And that's when, we're busy in our lives. We have plans for the day and suddenly everything has to change and we get desperate and we don't know what to do. So we look for support. And so that's really nice to know that there is an organization that will help people and will support people. Of course, there's family, but not everybody has that many friends and everybody else is busy in their own lives. But it's very nice to know that there is an organization that will be there for you. So how do people find out about you, though?
Yes, there are a variety of ways of individual can reach out to us. First and foremost, we increase the awareness in our community with working with existing organizations. For example, in Boston area, we have worked with number of social organizations, religious organizations, professional organizations, media and publicity organizations such as yours, to reach out so that community members are aware of who we are and what our mission is. So far we have over 3,000 members, and some of them are what we call a card-carrying members who know about us, how to reach us, and our mission. In addition to that, we reach out to the organizations and members so that, and through our website, community is aware of what we do. We are also present at variety of social events, religious events sponsored by these organizations. And this has helped us to increase the awareness in our area. Currently, we consider Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Rhode Island to be primary area of service. But fortunately, over the 6+ years, we have had phone calls and inquiries and assistance help, requests for help from as far away as Florida, Georgia, Illinois, California, and just this morning, I received a phone call from a person from Maryland who is visiting here for her treatment at Tufts and Dana-Farber Institute.
So definitely what you're doing is working, because you are getting calls from different places and the word is out there. And I certainly hope that, you know, through this interview and other media organizations as well, it goes even further more. I mean, how better can it get than your own goal is helping people, and you take pride when you are able to reach out to people and people are able to reach out to you in their situation of crisis. So that is certainly a noble karma also, in a way.
Yes, and keep in mind that this idea and the mission is supported by over 200 volunteers that we have. Those individuals have said they are available to help fellow community member in need. They have told us who they are, where to find them, what time frame they are available, how much time per week they can give us, and what area is of interest to them in terms of providing service. So with that resource bank, we are able to do and accomplish the mission that we have at hand.
Lovely. So now there's two ends of it. There's of course the volunteering end, and then there's also the reaching out end. So from a volunteering standpoint, are you asking for more volunteers, or how can people get in touch with you if they want to help in situations such as these?
Absolutely. Just like when we go to a retail store to purchase something, we like to have plenty of inventory, plenty of choices to make from. Similarly, for us to be able to serve our community members, because the need could be in the middle of a working day, on a weekend, or any time in between, we need a very large resource bank so that we can reach out and at least have a choice of a few volunteers that are likely candidate to be able to help. So we always are in a search for volunteers, yes.
Excellent. And I know that you have a website, so people can get in touch with you through that. Or is there a number you would like to share they can call?
So there are various ways people can get in touch with us. Obviously, our website is the prime place. It's www.ouricc.org. The idea being is an our organization. ICC stands for Indian Circle for Caring. So you can always reach us through that. There are 24/7 phone numbers where you can leave messages, and there are various other means through Google search and what have you. So we would encourage individuals who are interested in learning about what we do, or even considering to provide their time and energies to help others, or support our organization in a variety of other ways, to reach out to us.
Excellent, excellent. Now, I'm getting a little curious about finding out more on the other end. You know, what are the different kinds of situations that you have helped out in, your organization has helped out in, and what are the accomplishments or, you know, partnerships or anything like that, or share some examples with us.
Absolutely, I would be delighted to do that. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time in the day. But let me give you some highlights in a spectrum of cases or situations we have come across. For example, the phone call I received this morning, the young lady has come from Maryland to Massachusetts for getting her treatment done. She will have a surgery done tomorrow, followed by radiation treatment at Dana-Farber for over 3 months. So in that case, she is looking for a variety of different issues that she needs to handle, and we'll be working with her to provide that. In another situation, a person that was diagnosed with breast cancer reached out to us. She had no family support available, and we provided the support for her surgery, post-surgical time frame, chemotherapies, and 35 trips to the hospital for radiation therapy until she was declared cancer-free. We had a situation where a person with brain tumor without family support needed some help. So that is on one extreme. On the other extreme, death and bereavement situations are come our way. In some cases, a person that was not yet born, the doctor knew that she would have a stillbirth, and parents were worried about it and wanted to have some support. On the other hand, we have provided help to people 93 years old, 94 years old as well. So the number of situations we come across falls in the category of urgent or emergency or something that can be foreseen and planned for. And in all those cases, we have learned new things almost every single time. To date, we have helped over 220 families in different situations. Some cases, when parents were leaving Singapore to arrive in Boston for an untimely death of their young 23-year-old son. And so the situations vary all over the map, and we consider it a privilege to be able to hold their hand, guide them, support them, and hopefully make their journey through this difficult period of time easier and manageable.
Absolutely, that's much needed. I'm sure. I just got carried away by all the situations. But going forward, let's go back to the organization as a whole. Going forward, what is your vision about the organization, and where are you headed with this?
Yes. So besides the volunteering work, we have other initiatives such as healthcare proxy, variety of health seminars, and things of that nature. Now, these things, we are doing it in other parts of the country as well. So over the 6 years, I had a chance and a privilege to meet with leaders at different organizations in various parts of the United States. And what we found out was, one, there is not such an organization anywhere in the country, which means we have a unique model of service which has now been proven for over 6 years, and our clients have told us in writing through their feedback as to how valuable they have felt our presence to be and our help to be. So we are now poised to replicate this idea in other parts of the country. And there are two techniques or processes we would use. One, if we find some good-hearted people, even 3 or 4 people that want to take their time and begin this process, we would encourage them, we could guide them, we could provide our model of service and all the tools necessary so that they can simply do the service without having to worry about administration or techniques. On the other hand, if there is an existing organization that wants to expand their role, then we will be glad to do that as well. For example, Seva International in Houston wanted to serve the community through this kind of effort. They reached out to us. We worked them for about 14 months, provided them all the tools, training, personal presentations, as well as web-based presentations to prepare their volunteers. And they inaugurated a program in Houston called Family Services, which is exact replica of what ICC does. So our mission is to provide the service. It does not matter which banner it is under.
Excellent. This is all so much useful information for all our viewers today. Thank you so much for sharing everything. And if you have a message to give right before we end the video, I would really appreciate if you would like to have a message for our viewers.
Thank you very much, Gauri, and the Foundations TV to provide this opportunity, because one of the most important things we can do is to increase the awareness in the community. And this media and this is very useful method of doing that. To the listeners, I simply ask you to reflect on your lives. Know that organizations such as Indian Circle for Caring, ICC, is available for yourself, for your family, or your loved ones, or friends you know. If they are going through some difficult period of time, feel free to share our information with them. Become a messenger and an advocate of who we are. That is the most important thing. Now, if some of you have an opportunity to provide your time and energies, sign up as volunteers. And we'll begin the process of having you signed up as volunteers and be familiar with what we do, how we go about doing that, answer your questions so that you are comfortable in your role of ICC volunteer and represent ICC as a face of the organization.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And honestly, from the heart, I wish you all the best and God bless you and the organization and all the volunteers who are helping out.
Thank you very much. We need all the best wishes and support from the community and individuals like you as well. Thank you.
Absolutely. You're welcome.